And now we've got a fascinating look at an initiative to boost student achievement through involvement in sports. It's called Scholar Athletes, and the latest zone is in Springfield at Commerce High School. The mission is to support students through athletics, but it's not limited to varsity players. Connecting Point correspondent Carolee McGrath sat down with Daphne Griffin from Scholar Athletes, Commerce High Athletic Director Dwayne Early, and student Alex Pagan to get the story.
It's an organization that was started in Boston, founded through focus on working in urban public school districts, primarily with scholar athletes, and working with students that actually have need academic support and want to build an athletic capacity to perform on the field, but also to build an infrastructure for wellness and physical activity, and to really promote that with our zone members.
So Dwayne, how do you think that this helps the kids who are playing sports at the varsity level in high school keep them focused on their sport, but of course make sure that their grades are good enough that they can play? How does this help?
Well, I believe it helps them because there's added support. They know where to go, they know where to turn if they need something. Because it's like I explained to the kids, you're a student first and an athlete second. You can't be an athlete if you're not a student. In order to get on the playing field in the first place, you've got to have the grades. You've got to be a good citizen within the school. And I believe that the Scholar Athlete program promotes that. It promotes the well-being of the student. It gives them a place where they can feel comfortable dropping in, asking for help, so they know where to turn to if they need something in order to become that athlete that they want to be.
So Alex, you are a scholar athlete. You were chosen for this interview. And I hear you're off the charts in school, 4.0, correct? Mm-hmm. Tell me about the classes you're taking.
I'm taking 2 honors classes, and I asked for A-Not Physiology, which I didn't need, and I just like challenging myself.
So 4.0, yes, you're challenging yourself. And you're also playing sports at Commerce as well. Tell us about the sports you play.
I play soccer, basketball, and baseball.
Okay, so there's a lot of competition with sports. And I was mentioning before baseball in particular, just because that's one sport that I know that my kids have played. How do you manage to keep that 4.0, and has this program helped you?
Every day after school, I go to the Scholar Athletes, and they always help me through my homework.
Do you think this is a good idea that they have this at the school?
Yes, because I used to struggle through all my work, and I went to Coach P, which is a great, resource, and he helped me, and the tutors there, it helped me bring my GPA up from a 3.2 to a 4.0, which I was happy for, because I was always aiming for that, and that was my goal, and he helped me reach it. So I'm really excited.
Now, most kids would stop at a 3.2 and say, you know what, that's good enough, right? But you kept going to the 4.0. What about some of your friends? I mean, because it's not easy being in high school, right? There's a lot of stress on you, especially if you're a kid that is just driven to succeed. Has this helped at all with some of the kids that you know?
Yes. My friend, his name is Kamar, and he couldn't play 2 games because of his grades. He had a 1.5, and he went to Coach P, and he asked for help. And every day he would go to those tutors. He would go there every day after school with those tutors and do his work, try to, bring his grade up and his GPA. And they were always there for him. And, he came to me and he asked me, what should I do? Mm-hmm. And I said, you should go to Coach P and the tutors there. And they always helped him, and he actually brought it up to I believe a 2.5
so he turned it around?
Or so. Yep.
Okay.
And he actually got to play in the playoff game
versus
awesome. Amherst.
Oh, okay. Very good, very good. So you started this in Boston, you were mentioning. There's also an opportunity for kids who are not on varsity sports at high school as well. Can you explain that?
Definitely, and I think, again, hearing Alex talk about it, it really is a mission for Scholar Athletes to support academic achievement through athletics, and athletics exactly that hook that gets used. And so not every student is going to make the varsity team, not every student will actually make the JV team, but what we really want to promote is a wellness attitude and way of life for our students. And so one of the programs that Scholar Athletes offers is an intramurals program, which is fantastic because, again, that student that might be an aspiring athlete, this is a great way to get engaged, connected to the zone, which is our dedicated space in every school that we're in Springfield. And so they can come in there, learn more about it, but at the same time, for every hour of play on the field or in the court during intramurals, we ask them for an hour in the zone. And that's through life skills, workshops, tutoring and homework help, all of those things that help them think about themselves as a scholar athlete while maybe not at the same time on a rostered team. So the excitement there and what we love is that there's so many opportunities to engage young people at different levels, at different skill sets. I probably would have been that intramurals kid in school. Yes.
Definitely would have been that kid all day long. And I probably wouldn't have had this dream of, oh, I'm going to make the team. No, thanks. Let's just play volleyball and get a little steam off. Does this help them focus and be, I guess, more understanding that they are a role model in the school?
Yeah, actually, to touch on what Alex said a little while ago, the young man on the soccer team, Kamar, he did have a 1.5, but he wasn't ineligible at the time. He still had some ways to go to make up the work. However, I kind of nicknamed this program Project Proactive because Coach P, take a look at his grades. That's part of his job is to stay on track of the kids. Right. And he pulls their records, and he identified the young man who, if it kept going in that direction, he may not have been eligible towards the end of the season. So, like I said, proactive approach. He got ahead of the curve and made sure that he got his work done so that he wouldn't be deemed ineligible towards the end of the season and not be able to potentially play in the playoff game versus Amherst. So I think like a good nickname for the program that I came up with is Project Proactive because it's ahead of the curve.
And so speaking of ahead of the curve, which I would say you're ahead of the curve, what are your plans for next year? You're a senior, you're a big shot.
Yes, I plan to be a civil engineer. Wow. And I want to minor in criminal justice.
Okay, good for you. And so any ideas of where you're looking at for college yet?
My top choice for now is between Merrimack and Western New England, but I just recently got accepted to AIC with an $18,000 scholarship.
All right, so you're doing okay. Hey, congratulations to you. Daphne, Alex, and Dwayne, thank you so much for joining us and telling us about this program, and best of luck to all the kids at the school.
Thank you.
Thank you.